My dear friend, come, sit closer. You know, my ears at 80 aren't what they used to be. And besides, these old stories of mine like to be told face to face, heart to heart. You always say I talk too much. I say I'm just making up for the years I stayed quiet. So today, let me talk. Let me ramble. Let me tease you a little. And let me tell you something serious, dressed up in jokes, the way life always does. You're 60 now, still calling yourself young, still pretending the mirror lies. I remember when I was 60. I thought 80 was a mythical land where people either disappeared or turned into wise monks. Turns out it's mostly about forgetting where you left your glasses while they're sitting on your head. Now listen carefully, because this story isn't just about me. It's about what I've seen. It's about friends I've buried, laughs I've lost, and lessons I learned far too late. And yes, it's about those 5 reasons why, after 75, most people quietly slip away. Nobody likes to say it out loud, but I'm 80. What are they going to do? Ground me? Let me start with a hook, as the youngsters say. If someone had grabbed me by the collar at 75 and whispered, "Paul, these 5 things will decide whether you see 85 or not," I swear I would have listened harder than I ever did in church. First reason, the silent one, the one that doesn't shout before it strikes. Poor circulation and heart trouble. Oh, the heart. Poets worship it, doctors fear it, and most men ignore it until it betrays them like an old friend who's had enough. I watched my neighbor Frank go this way, strong as an ox, stubborn as a mule. He said walking was for people who had nowhere to drive. One morning, he sat down to tie his shoes and never stood back up. Just like that. No drama, no goodbye. That's when I started walking every single day. Not running, mind you. Running at 80 is just falling with enthusiasm. But walking, stretching, breathing like the world still needs you. That's how you keep the heart sweet. Second reason sneaks in through the back door. Weak muscles and poor balance. You laugh, but falls are assassins in slippers. I lost my friend George to a bathroom floor. Survived wars, survived marriage, survived cholesterol, but the bathtub got him. After that, I started doing ridiculous balance exercises, standing on one leg like a flamingo while brushing my teeth. You laughed when you saw me. Who's laughing now? Well, still you, probably, but I'm alive to hear it. Let me pause here, because if you're enjoying this rambling old man and you're finding yourself nodding, do me a favor. Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It keeps these stories alive longer than I'll be around to tell them. Go on, I'll wait. No, I won't. I forget what I was saying when I wait. Third reason is loneliness. This one breaks my heart more than any heart attack ever could. After 75, people don't die just from illness. They die from being unseen. I watched my wife fade not from disease, but from silence. After she was gone, the house felt louder than a stadium and emptier than a church on Monday. If I hadn't forced myself to talk, to joke, to annoy people at the grocery store, I might have followed her out of pure quiet. So I talk, I tease, I tell the same stories twice. Company is medicine, my dear, and it's cheaper than prescriptions. Fourth reason is poor eating, not starvation. No, worse, eating without thinking. Too much sugar, too much salt, too much "I've earned this." I earned myself into a scare at 78. Doctor looked at me like I was a stubborn child and said, "Paul, do you want to live or eat like you're already dead?" Rude man. Correct, but rude. So I learned moderation. Half a dessert, more vegetables, and water like it's a full-time job. You know what? Food tastes better when it's not killing you. Now here comes another hook, so lean in. The fifth reason, the most dangerous of all, giving up. That's it. No disease required, just deciding you're done. I saw it again and again. Men who retired from life instead of work. Women who stopped caring how the sun felt on their skin. Once you stop planning tomorrow, tomorrow stops coming. I decided at 76 that I wasn't done annoying the universe yet. I learned new jokes, bad ones. I learned to cook one decent meal. I learned to forgive myself for being slow. Staying healthy after 75 isn't about chasing youth. It's about respecting life enough to keep showing up. You see, my dear friend, death doesn't always knock. Sometimes it waits for an invitation. And those 5 reasons, heart trouble, falls, loneliness, poor eating, and giving up, they're the invitations most people send without knowing it. I've lived long enough to tell you this with a smile and a wink. Laugh often, move daily, eat kindly, love loudly, and never ever decide you're finished while you're still breathing. And if you remember nothing else from this old man's ramble, remember this: aging is not the enemy, neglect is. Now come on, pour us some tea, and don't worry, I'll tell this story again tomorrow. I might even remember a new ending. So there we were, you holding that cup of tea like it was an anchor keeping you steady, and me rambling like a radio that never quite found the off switch. You smiled and said, "Paul, you make it sound so simple." And I laughed, because simplicity, my dear, is always hard-earned. Let me continue, because after 80 years, you don't stop a story halfway unless you've forgotten the rest, and I haven't. Not today. You know what happens after 75 that no one warns you about? Time starts behaving strangely. Days feel short, but years feel like heavy books stacked on your chest. You remember childhood and sharp colors, but forget what you ate yesterday. That's why those 5 reasons I mentioned earlier don't arrive all at once. They creep in slowly, politely, like guests who overstay their welcome. Take the heart again. People think heart trouble is sudden. It's not. It's years of ignoring little warnings. Short breath blamed on age, chest tightness blamed on stress. I used to say, "I'm just tired." Turns out I was tired of not listening to my body. Once I started paying attention, real attention, walking, breathing deep, resting without guilt, my heart stopped screaming for help. It just wanted respect. And balance. Oh, balance isn't just physical, it's emotional too. After 75, emotions hit harder. Regret shows up uninvited. Old arguments replay themselves like broken records. If you don't balance the mind, the body follows. I learned to forgive people who never apologized, not because they deserved it, but because I deserved peace. Funny thing, forgiveness steadies your feet better than any cane. Now here's a hook for you, so don't drift off on me. Did you know most elderly people don't fear death itself? They fear becoming a burden. I've heard it whispered in hospital rooms, said between jokes, hidden behind smiles. That fear alone makes people stop moving, stop eating well, stop asking for help. But listen closely, we are not burdens, we are libraries, and libraries burn quietly when no one visits. That's why I talk. That's why I tell you these stories. That's why channels like this matter. Stories keep people alive long after their legs slow down. Loneliness, that 3rd reason, deserves more time than most people give it. After 75, the phone rings less, invitations thin out, friends disappear, one funeral at a time. If you don't fight loneliness, it wins by default. I forced myself to say yes to things I didn't feel like doing. Coffee, walks, conversations with strangers. Half the time I complained the whole way, but I came home lighter every time. And eating, let me confess something. I still love sweets. I just love living more. So I negotiate with myself. Fruit before cake, soup before steak, water before wine. Not denial, negotiation. Marriage taught me that skill long before aging did. Now lean in again, because this part matters. Giving up doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like staying in pajamas all day. Sometimes it looks like saying, "What's the point?" too often. Sometimes it's skipping your walk because the couch feels safer. The body listens to those signals. It believes you when you say you're done. I made myself small promises instead. Wake up, shower, step outside, say hello to someone. That's it. Small promises keep you alive longer than big resolutions. You once asked me what 80 feels like. I didn't answer then. I will now. 80 feels like standing at the edge of a river, knowing you can't stop the current, but realizing you can still choose how you stand in it. Panicked or peaceful, bitter or curious, alone or connected. And you, my dear 60-year-old friend, you're closer to that river than you think. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up gently, like morning sunlight instead of an alarm clock. So if you're still listening, still watching, still nodding along with an old man who talks too much, do something kind for yourself today. Move a little, call someone, eat with intention, laugh, even if it's at me. Because after 75, staying healthy isn't about beating death, it's about refusing to invite it early. Now finish your tea. I'll keep talking as long as you keep listening. And trust me, I've got plenty more stories where this came from.